Going bald wouldn't be nearly as bad if people lost their hair from the sides more than the top. I guess all older gentlemen walking around with slick skin fades all the time would prompt the youths to start growing out their sides even more. It's also ironic that guys who go bald tend to be really hairy on the rest of their body. It is a supply chain issue in the body, I guess. Going bald wouldn't be nearly as bad if we didn't treat each other like garbage over aging. The all-toilet seat balding pattern is proof that genes are unforgiving bastards. If people went bald sides first, you would find the preferences for short side haircuts and balding tops flipped in society. Yeah, pretty much. I try to describe what it feels like going bald to people as just imagine the worst haircut you've ever gotten in your life, but 10x worse. Someone takes a clipper and buzzes only the top of your head all the way down to the scalp. And oh, by the way, it's permanent. True. Started going bald in my mid-20s. If I lost it from the sides, I could have just gone for a side fade. Would be even better if we lost it from the bottom up, starting at the feet. I don't want hair on my body, and I don't know of any bald person who wouldn't immediately trade back hair for head hair. Big nope. Said this exact same thing to my buddy once and he's like, nah dude, cause then young guys would be shaving the tops of their heads and letting the sides grow out like Krusty the Clown. If one could go bald on the sides, is that a bro pattern baldness? I lose my hair on the crown. I can't see my bald spot without using multiple reflections. At least I don't worry too much about my thinning hair, out of sight balding crown, out of mind I guess. Going bald stopped being bad when I just decided to shave it all. If bald people went bald from the sides, Gen Z kids would pull up to their Dominican barber and ask for DA Homer Simpson haircut. That would be the peak of hairstyles. Something that really sucks about balding is I really like my hair getting rubbed while laying down. It can literally put me to sleep and soon I won't get to experience the joys anymore. It's the more depressing part to me than the hair loss itself. I can really understand why dogs, cats, animals love getting their hair rubbed. Truly an amazing feeling. I'm not bald, I'm a Peaky Blinder. But a mohawk wouldn't have the same cool factor, it would be here, why's that boy cutting his hair to look like an old man, L. If guys went bald from the sides instead of the top, then going bald from the sides would be perceived as bad IMO. It's behavioral biology. Or if male pattern baldness was like snowflakes, with most being unique and containing some kind of aesthetic quality. This is honestly the first good shower thought I've seen in years. Good point. Skin fade, huh? Nah, I'm balding from the bottom up SLOL. Personally 1. Going bald is not bad. 2. Going bald is not actually a problem. I save money on haircuts but I'm spending more time shaving. Rock it with confidence and you're fine. No, then that would just become the new bald. The reason bald looks weird is because we associate it with aging, sickliness. If losing hair on the sides was suddenly the norm for aging, it would be the new sign of aging that makes one look older and worse. Going bald wouldn't be nearly as bad if body shaming men over hair loss as well as most attempts to conceal it wasn't normalized and ingrained in our mainstream society. I dunno man, I think people look better as monks than they do as troll dolls. I don't think going bald would look anywhere near as bad if people just owned it. I mean the men in my family usually start balding in their 30s. When I start getting patches I think I'll probably just shave the while thing and be bald rather than balding. Or if you lost body hair before scalp hair. I'm a woman, so I can't really relate, but I'm sure most balding guys would rather lose their body hair before the hair on their heads. That would probably look a lot like cancer chemotherapy, though. Not my smartest idea. Old men with mohawks. That's according to our current aesthetics, which were born in reaction to balding patterns. If people lost hair from the sides, then that would be what our aesthetics would develop from. We definitely wouldn't be imitating balding patterns without haircuts. As a man with a bald spot on the crown of my head, I can confirm I would rather lose the sides first. SOOO many more styles. If we went bald on the sides instead of the top, then being bald on the side would look bad. Our perception of what looks good is based entirely on hating the bald, old men, not which region the hair is missing from. The only reason people lament baldness is because it is associated with growing old. So it doesn't matter where you lose your hair from, it would still be the same. Going for that Jinyu force, Rikum look yo. If this happened, then the current style would be inversed and go long on the sides and shaved on the top. Our universe would look as ridiculous to them as theirs would to us. It's all just based on our associations with youth and virility. Imagine being almost completely bald and just having a small tuft of hair on the top of your head. No. I would want my hair to turn grey and lose it on top. This way, where I already have brown robe, I can dress up like an old-fashioned monk. You ever wonder just what they think about when they say True that the only advantage to losing hair on top first is turning into a human sundial for an hour or two at noon. I started balding in my late 20s, I'm 32 now and have just embraced it. I shave my head regularly and have gotten used to the look. Girlfriend loves it, at least the beard still comes in nicely, so that helps with the aesthetic. I just wish it would all fall out so I don't have to shave anymore. That's only because that's similar to the currently fashionable haircuts. That'd look equally ridiculous if we didn't currently have trends going on for crew cuts, high top fades, Caesar cuts, undercuts, etc. Or we can stop thinking that going bald is a bad thing. Society should let bald men wear wigs and stop ridiculing them for doing so. As a man who has been thinning on top since I was about 16, I feel this a bit. I knew it was going to not so young. The Viking warrior look is definitely more aesthetically pleasing than the Homer Simpson look. Going bald wouldn't be nearly as painfully ironic if it wasn't for the gene responsible coming down from your mother's genetic lineage, not your father's. It's true, look it up. Balding into a mohawk. Hell yeah. I'm imagining millions of men running around looking like Mo from the Three Stooges. Or if we lost back hair. Why can't our ear hair fall out? Lose hair from the bottom up, kind of like a fade. Yeah, that's a natural DIY fade, dude. If balding wasn't natural, then why does it happen naturally to so many people? Low-density fiber is better at cooling and requires less resources to maintain. The bad part of balding is how other people get stupidly judgmental about it. Wouldn't we just think that having hair on the side of your head is attractive? I mean, I guess if men instantly started balding on the sides, then yeah, but if we evolved that way, then our preferences would have to. Maybe or maybe not. If baldness started on the sides, that would be the sign of aging that would become less attractive. It may be more common for hairstyles to intentionally have little to no hair on top, as opposed to now where many styles have little hair on the sides. It would be best if we started going bald in our ears and on our backs first, then maybe our knuckles. It's kind of a pain to get ingrown hairs whenever I wear jeans. I think that if people lost their hair from the sides instead of the top, that would be the new unattractive look instead. Nope. I actually had a shower thought the other week that if balding occurred at the sides, instead of the top, a whole new set of hairstyles would exist to reflect the stigma. Balding is looked down on because it happens and what it indicates, not because of how it happens. I just wish we would normalize hair pieces for men. Women wear wigs and extensions and it's considered normal. But for a guy to wear a piece, not so much. Message for my dudes with thinning or receding hair: wet shave your head and literally all of your hair-related worries will immediately disappear. No worries about having to pick hairstyles or pay for haircuts. No worries about buying separate shampoo if that was your thing, and zero worry about your cut ever going out of fashion. Do it today and live a happy life free from worry. If men were encouraged to shave a Friar Tuck hairstyle from their teenage years, nobody would the wiser come their 50s. This is the sign of a productive shower.